Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have another quick tip video, and I'm going to be showing everyone and sharing some tips on how to fix a oxygen sensor that is stripped out and you don't want to replace the piping. So we're going to go over this today, and it's not going to be super simple, but at least it's something that is viable that will save you some money, and I'm going to go over it today. Now before we go ahead and begin, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Definitely smash that like button because it helps the channel out. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started on today's video. So you have your exhaust pipe and you have your oxygen sensor. Now this is going to be my mock-up, and this isn't stripped out, but let's just say hypothetically you go on there, you put your wrench, and this thing spins out, but as it spins out it winds up destroying all of the threading and you are not able to screw in your oxygen sensor. Now typically it would just kind of go in there and catch and release, and then it would spin, catch and release. That's typically what happens. Now they do make tools that you can try to reuse in here and try to clean up the threads and try to make them usable again, but I'll be honest with you, if you take off an oxygen sensor and it's really boogered up, chances are it's not going to save you. And you only have a couple options when that happens. Now, first option would be to just take whatever pipe it is that this bolts into and replace that piece of the exhaust and the oxygen sensor. Now, this could be anything like an exhaust pipe like we have here. It could be a catalytic converter where it goes into. It just varies on where this plugs into. If it's severe enough, if it's like a catalytic converter, more than likely you're going to be replacing it. But if it's a piece of pipe like I have here, I'm going to show everyone what you can do and solve your issue really quickly here. And if you have the experience of welding, you will need a welder to do so. Now, I'm not going to go as far as welding it, just going to show you the remedy for it, and we just go from there. So we are at the bench. Now this is not stripped out. It's actually still really good when it comes to the threads, and so is the sensor. I don't really have a piece of pipe that has a stripped one, and I do not want to strip this one out because I intend to use this for something. But either way, let's say you pulled out your spark plug and it's stripped out, and you get yourself a new spark plug. Let's assume this is new, and you can't screw it in there, just keep skipping the thread. Now a lot of people might just say, oh, you have to replace the pipe, it's done for, or they have to cut out the pipe and weld in a new section that has a new O2 sensor bung. Now that is what they are called. Don't laugh at me. I know the word bung can be kind of funny, but that's what they're called. Now if this stripped out originally, what you need is this. This is the bung that I'm referring to. Now they make these for aftermarket applications, and what I tend to do is one of two things depending on how you want to do it and how crafty you want to get. So let's say this was stripped out. You have two options when it comes to using a bung adapter that's weldable. You can make this hole bigger to make this end fit in there, something like that. Or your option would be to fill this in somehow with weld and then drill a new location for your oxygen sensor that would be further along down the pipe. Now this is made for welding. You can see one side is a little bit thinner. Basically you just fit it in a hole, put it in there, and then you would just weld up the sides of it, sealing it up. And then this has internal threading that would allow the oxygen sensor to go into place. These are really nifty, really nice things to have when it comes to this. I generally, if I'm able to do it, if you have the drill bits, normally I would say drill out the old bung because this will fit in there if you just enlarge it a little bit, and you'll have it in the exact same spot the manufacturer intended. Now one thing I will say about these, and I've seen this before where people won't drill them out, they'll just weld this on top of this hole and center it. Now if you centered it perfectly, yeah, you could probably get it, but also remember you're spacing it out. Back in the day they used to use a lot of spacers to defeat emissions, because the farther this is out of the stream, the less it's gonna read. Unless you're doing that intentionally, what I would recommend is drill out this hole and make this recessed, because if you just weld this on top of that like that, you may not get accurate readings. If your goal is to try to defeat emissions, yeah, I guess try it. I don't think it's gonna work very well, to be honest with you, because most cars are smarter nowadays. But normally you would just place this either centered down or here or wherever. That is pretty much the best option when it comes down to this. I haven't really found any other options that are really feasible. I know they do make some repair kits where they will sell you a pipe with this already welded in there, but you will still have to cut the pipe and weld it in, so it's the same amount of work. Generally, what I do is I just keep a few of these on hand, and what I like to do is just get in there, drill this out. I have all the drill bits. Once I make it big enough, I pop this in there, make it recessed, weld it in, and go ahead and screw my new sensor in there, and everything is fixed. Now, if you're gonna be relocating it for whatever reason, you'll have to fill up this hole, and you have a couple options. Now, if you don't want to sit there and try to fill up a hole with weld, or you don't have the experience to do that, or let's say your muffler shop, then more than likely is probably going to be doing this, because doing this at home DIY with a low voltage welder is not really going to work too well. So you may need something higher amps, or if you're a welder and you got the equipment, then these are what I would do. Now, if let's say we had to fill this in, we're not going to be using this, we're going to be relocating it further down. They also make these. These are commonly found in new exhaust pieces. I don't know what they're called, but I'm sure you could find something similar to this that has the same size threading, and you don't really care about the threads. Now you can see this one I've tried to insert in another piece that we've tried to fix before, and it stripped out. But what you can do is just grind down these threads a little bit to be able to fit this in there, and then once you fit this in there like a cap, just weld around it, and you'll be able to fill your old bung that is basically no longer working because the threads are stripped out, instead of trying to get in here and fill this whole center portion in with weld, which can be very difficult unless you have a lot of experience with welding. So that's one thing you can do. The reason why I like using these instead of just trying to weld a hole shut is the fact that I know this will be in there and it'll cover 100%, and it's less welding instead of trying to fill up the hole. I'm not the best welder, I will go ahead and admit that, but what I like to do is just get it good. I could probably fill up this hole, but it would take me a lot longer and a lot more material than it would just be to take this and weld it up. Now, per se, you don't necessarily need this. You could also find a scrap piece of metal or something that's flat that you could put in there. As long as it's not like a bolt that's going to interfere with the stream or the reading, you should be all right. But these are just a couple tips that I wanted to share with everyone. So if you run into this scenario, not all hope is lost. Although I will say that you may have to go to a muffler shop to do this for most people, because it's not feasible if this happens once to go out and get a welder, spend $1,000 on a decent welder that's more home use to try to do this. So realistically, if you are going to a muffler shop, just know that these are options. Some muffler shops will not give you the option of doing this. They'll tell you they have to replace the whole pipe because they want to make some money, but do know that there is a repair out there, and this is it. It's called an oxygen sensor bung. You can find them at auto parts stores or online, wherever you wish. They can be different sizes. Some oxygen sensors aren't standardized, so depending on your application, you may want to figure out which size you need. But for the most part, they're usually the standard size. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helps anyone out if you ever run into this issue. Not all hope is lost, and you don't have to replace your whole exhaust system. There are a few things you can do to remedy it that should be a fraction of the price. So hopefully everyone enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe because it definitely helps the channel grow. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.